how's it going? It's Grant
Shelby.
with the Garden of Eater, and happy Halloween, everybody. I'm sorry, that was Shelby's idea. She had to do it.
Oh, how you doing? Welcome in, Jamie. I hope the mic's working. And said everyone looking for shrimp now is a great time. Check out the awesome deals on the shop. Yes, we have all of our Halloween sales up and running on the site. Hello, welcome in, Aaron Goodfellow. Happy Halloween, everyone. Welcome in, Timothy Reed. And we got Frank, Mark, Scotty the Fish Freak said, I bet Grant is a shrimp and Shelby is a killie.
You got it wrong.
Shrimp is overplayed, and Killie's fish would be pretty cool. I'm going to have to figure that out one year. Welcome in, Jeff Kane and Jerome. Sorry to disappoint. We're not scary. Welcome in, Chris Aquazone. And Dee Dee's Fish Den said there, every last one of you. Gonna be a distracted stream with trick-or-treaters. Yep. Welcome in, TJ and Richard Reynolds. Hello. And we got LJ's Shrimp and Snails. Welcome in. Hello, Brandon. And hello, Scuba Steve. And Lawrence Kibler. Happy Hallows Eve. Oh, God. Where? Stop. Oh, my gosh. You're too funny. Hello, Lady Orjak. Welcome in, Nano Aquarium Guy. That was great. And Rob of Shrimp Envy. Hello. Benjamin Peters said, awesome costume's going to get hot quick, though, I bet. Yeah, I had it on outside for like a total of maybe 10 minutes, and then I took it off immediately. We have some fans running, so it's not too bad right now. Luckily, we're inside. Outside was miserable. I surprised my parents. They didn't know I was dressing up. I had my clothes on. I got dressed from their house to the place where we're trick-or-treating, and I come out with the sloth costume on, and their faces are so funny. They were like, you tricked us. Too hot. Welcome in, Lady Guppy Beast. Thanks for joining us. And I thought I was. he's slothing.
I thought.
Hello, Xanadu and Guppy Beast.
I thought you were catching up.
I know.
So
hello, welcome in, Robert Downey Jr. and Glassbox Swimmers. Thank you for joining us. Happy Halloween. Hello, Annette. Grant is a mess. Yeah, I wish it was cold here. Then these would have been like the perfect costumes. They're so nice. They're really comfy. You could probably like sleep in them. Victoria, welcome in. Said fully in character. Should have seen me. I was walking real slow through the parking lot, and I just stop and stare at people. It was too fun. We've
got some pictures coming out tomorrow on the Facebook too. We took the kids to the park.
See, these would have been so great for up north where Jamie is.
Said yeah, we're it's already over 3
inches.
The more you talk about it, the more it's getting
like. Oh, thank you so much, Victoria. And welcome in, Gary from GK Aquatics. And
Gary.
Dee Dee said, no, I'm dying from heat here. Yes, it's really bad.
I'm so sorry I have not messaged you back, Gary. I'll make that a priority tomorrow.
It's cute. Yeah, we had some fun with the costumes, that's for sure. We were supposed to go this morning, too, but I was just too lazy. Sleepy. Full on sloth. Yeah. Are they shrimps? I wish we could keep these in a tank. That'd be great. The Halloween short of the pumpkin basket was great too. Thank you so much. I hope you got to see the one with our pumpkin too. I carved a pumpkin. So that one's on Grant's TikTok, and then the rest of the shorts are on every other one. I also did a scaping today for my Monster Mash, and Stephen P. already commented, asked if you were okay with it. I said it's a temporary home for the shrimp, so that it's okay because he knows it's temporary. I'm trying to fix it. So I gotta type faster, mod faster. She's catching up. Thank you so much. Welcome in. Happy Halloween. Oh, look at that. I don't think I can hold that. Look, that's my My coworker brought me a cool fishbowl. Was like, it's just gonna break in the garage. Why don't you have it? And I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. I thought you dropped it, and I cannot wait to scape it. And I knew exactly what I was gonna do. I was gonna use that onyx stone I keep talking about, but it was it's missing in the garage of everything. I cannot see.
She forgot
It's
the
like claw
plants,
hands.
though.
The claw hands. See, 3 times. Oh, it's too fun. Welcome in, Vibes. Oh, I see some fish on the side. Oh, yes, we do have fish on the side. We have Shelly's, CPDs, and one neon dwarf neon rainbows. They're
We need to
all
add
really
some
good.
others onto the site as well, but we probably need some heat packs for those.
Lurking and shopping, Vibes said. Oh. You think heat packs for the fish? I think they'll be good. Pumpkins. Brandon said, got the pumpkins in and the isopods. Wow, that was fast. Great Halloween present. Hope you enjoy them.
Congratulations on your winnings.
Said, oh, I want that tank. It is pretty cute, just not really efficient for anything. Maybe to grow some plants out. This is
I was trying.
Don't spill the water.
Yeah, that would have been.
Welcome in, Arctic Winds. And welcome, Brian, too. Look at that. We caught up in chat. Did you have something to talk about?
All right, so let's talk about the sale on the website. It is officially Black Friday sales now on the website. Everything is marked down 20 to 50% off, including the fish, shrimp, and plants. Not the shrimp foods, but everything else is still free shipping on orders over $100. And we're including tons of extras. Buy 10, get 3 free. So it's really good deals right now. And membership codes still work as well. So you can really get some discount codes. Not some discounts with your code.
Welcome in, Nate the Shrimp Nut. Happy Halloween. That was it. Thank you, Dee Dee, for tagging the beautiful fish. Yeah, we have the pleasure of having some people that breed really good fish, luckily. You got nothing to say? It is a different night for us. It's really, really quiet here. Guess if you guys have any questions.
Tonight's the night. We don't have
from
anything. Where's Script Keeper with his list of genetics questions to ask? I'm honestly about to tap out here on this costume. It's itchy. It's hot. It's.
If you tap out first, I win.
I'm about that.
Happy Halloween, Kelly Foreman. Welcome in. Jamie said, sure wish I could take advantage of these deals. Aw.
Yeah, Scotty, I'm battling whether or not I'm going to take this off. Like, little hairs keep falling into my mouth. I'm like, this is just not meant for me at all.
Oh, so here's a funny story. So we're taking pictures at the park, and I mean, it is dead. There's no one over at this part because where we go is usually the train ride for the kids, and then it's like a haunted train ride. It's really cool. But then we're over by like where we collected with Alex, and we're in the trees, and these grown adults come out of nowhere, and he's just standing in the tree. I'm like, nope, I'm embarrassed. Gotta get down. And I just like hid in a corner, and then I just started taking pictures of Layla because like she's cute, like take pictures of her. And then this lady just walks over, starts walking in between. I mean, there's like a good mile of woods between, like path behind us. She just starts walking in between me taking pictures, and she's like, is this a good way to go? And I was like, sure, lady, it's good. Just cross.
I just stayed up in the tree.
But LJ said, my tangerine tigers from you guys finally had tons of babies. They're crawling all over. I love that. I love the tangerine tigers. You can't go wrong with tangerine tigers, that's for sure. Vibe says, what's your newest shrimp breed?
The green Rillies, the Neocaridina greens.
Welcome in, Crown Tail Half Moon. You can't push it back. I'm blind as a bat.
Oh,
It's
well,
okay,
I just
got
thought
it.
everybody could
Welcome
just
in.
see the kids are asleep.
Stop.
So it's time. We'll do one
No.
bag at a time so
Oh,
they don't
goodness.
get
Look,
mixed
they got
up.
fortune cookies this year.
Fortune cookies.
The guy had like
Multiple
80
fortune
boxes
cookies.
of fortune cookies in the garage. It was hilarious. Oh, I couldn't
But
believe
I
it.
automatically take all of the fruity
Well,
Tootsie Rolls.
welcome in, Mark Sterlison.
Ah,
Happy Halloween. Benjamin says, slowly crawl up the tree in the sloth costume. That would be actually pretty difficult.
no, I could do it.
Welcome in, Eric. Oh, I heard the Xbox notification. Yeah, that's what Grant just went up and turned off. The children had it on still.
Gotta make sure there's no poison.
Yeah,
no.
I gotta check the.
No
Layla had
knives,
popcorn balls. Where are
no
those? Those sound so
drugs.
good right now.
I already ate it.
You rude. She got it from me.
Well, she didn't give it to you.
Victoria, your shrimp are the 24K Neo Caradinas. I hope you enjoy them.
I'll take all the Heath bars. 'Cause they don't
Welcome
like
in,
coffee.
Myrtle. I read that so funny.
I feel like if
yes,
there's-
candy.
It-
That's the good thing about children. They just go get you candy every year. They just go knocking on strangers' doors and get you candy. They're the best.
Is Crypt Keeper not on tonight?
Not yet. He might actually be doing something.
Oh man, I thought he would have some genetics questions. Anybody have any shrimp
Yeah.
questions?
I'm telling you right now, the kids are wanting another kid though, because this is like right in the view for once. It's like bothering me. That's really good.
It's convenient.
But my nephew is in. They live here now. They moved here, and my two other nephews. But the baby is a year old and just a big old chunker, and the kids just did not stop. Like, oh, you're so cute. They love it so much. Oh my gosh. Do not touch anything. You just almost messed up the whole live stream.
Well,
Stop moving. Stop touching things. I can't take you anywhere.
finally,
Kid Brian said
cherry one.
they're Neos. They were Neos. You're right. 24 karat Neos.
All right, but somebody ran out of
Scotty
candy. It was
said-
like, oh, we got leftover candy canes. I mean, come on now.
Myrtle, thank goodness you're here. I've had to do all the modding stuff. Candy.
We also got a special prize for the moderators. coming
It's
up on
okay.
the
I thought you were
holidays.
just trying to do something funny, Myrtle. I thought it was a good spelling. Don't worry. Oh. Hello, Whips World. Welcome in. Happy Halloween.
Jaden did not
Hit
get
that
that
like
good candy.
humans.
And not a
Ja-
single piece of
Jamie
white
said-
chocolate.
Daddy dibs on kids' candy and tradition. Yep. I don't even eat any, so Merry Halloween, everyone. Do you know our neighbors set up? Well, obviously you don't, but 3 days ago set up all their Christmas decorations. It really upset my children. I was like, that's good. I'm glad you guys are upset about it. Dee Dee said, oh my God, I got to sit on my hands. Medium grade fancy red tigers. 25 now, 15. Yep. Thank you. Hello, Beta Aquatics. Welcome in.
I'm gonna have to start eating candy. I can't.
Hello, Aaron Goodfellow said, I'll be back taking the little one out for trick-or-treating. Have a good time. Forget that people are in different time zones. What? Rob said, what kind of shrimp do sloth love? I don't know.
Raccoons?
No,
They
they're
both
too
hang out in the
fast.
tree?
They're too fast, though. They're too fast. You gotta have a slow shrimp. Trying to think of like the slowest moving shrimp.
Mm.
Any buried? Oh, buried shrimp. Oh,
It's broken.
that was so disappointing. Said Crypt Keeper is probably trick or treating. He could get away with being a 14-year-old.
Who said that?
It's Scotty the Fish Freak.
Oh my God.
That is good. That is good. I hope
That is hilarious.
we should screenshot that and send it to Crypt Keeper. He probably is, or he's working. He's probably still working.
Yeah, he works at a bar, so.
LJ Shrimp and Snail says how hard it is to get a random Rilly to duplicate. Any advice on getting more solid head color on my Red Riding Hood heads?
All right. So the problem is the Rillies themselves are the biggest producers of culls out there. They take the most work to keep them aligned at all. They're not stable whatsoever. And no matter how hard you try to breed them to be stable, they won't. They can breed any kind of Rilly pattern, full red, full blue, full clear, and every variation of every single type of stripe pattern that they can throw in between. And the Red Riding Hood is just a red Rilly cull that has been separated into a group and then renamed so that way they can make more money off of it. But they take a lot of work. Keep your best males and then get rid of the culls the best you can. And as young as you can. The Rillies really don't gain too much color in the exact right areas as they grow up. So cull them young.
Guppy B said, crazy that PetSmart sells shrimp for $6 a piece and homebred hustlers of high-colored shrimp cost less.
Yeah, it didn't always used to be that way. It used to be the homebred shrimp were like twice the price. I'll take the Kit Kat. You're going to pass up on that?
I wasn't passing up on. This is all mine. Don't touch.
All
I'm
yours?
Just kidding. I don't eat candy that often.
Oh.
It does look really good though. Welcome in, Stephen P. Hello, Matt. Someone say prize.
Yeah, we're gonna give away the kids' candy.
They worked really hard. They're probably listening. They're probably getting really mad. They are one to listen. Welcome in, Brooklyn Bell. And Sage, how are you doing? I saw today a TikTok of a little girl dressed as a snail. She was so cute. It was so cute. We ain't got time for that most of the time. Next year, though, we're going all out on costumes. We already got it all planned. We're gonna have some fun. I wanted to do it last year, but we just didn't have time. I don't know.
The kids told me I could take any of their candy except for the Fun Dip. No, just kidding.
That was a good try. Good try. You're too old for that now.
Costco
had Halloween up in September and have already converted. Yeah, so that made me so mad. It was literally like 2 days before Halloween, and we went to go get our costumes at last minute. We weren't going to do a live stream at all. So we waited last minute to go get our costumes, and we went to Walmart, and trying to go through it, they were already ripping down the sections. 2 days. Was it Friday?
3 days.
3 days before Halloween. I'm like, are you serious? It's not even the weekend yet. You still have Saturday and Sunday that you could be making sales. I don't understand what this rush is to get it out when you have 2 months before Christmas. I just don't get that. And like you lose, and like I don't even know where they put it. There's not even like a clearance section of the Halloween like anywhere near anywhere. And then like Spirit Halloween is at least open till November 2nd. So, but it was like cleared out. Like it was so busy. It was like wall to wall people in there. It was crazy. And they did not have good costumes this year. Let me just say, they did not have any good costumes for women. Plenty of costumes for Grant to choose from, but the ones that I wanted, like I wanted the Zookeeper. They were out of like so many ones that they were out of.
I wanted something I could do an accent with, but
I mean, they didn't even have any anime characters that were women. They were all men. All men. I could have made one of them from Naruto, but that would have took a little too long, and it was a little last minute there. Slow moving bamboo. That would be so cool. Yep, John. Welcome in, John. Said sloth loves slow ones. Yes. Welcome in, Daniel. Daniel, sorry. That was terrible. You were very sloth, Shelby. I am slow, so it is only fitting that we did sloths. We're always behind in chat.
We're 5 minutes behind again, Shelby. I started eating candy, and this is what happens.
1 black panda in with 9 red pandas. What is the lotto gonna be? Grant, are you even listening?
I got a mouthful of Reese's. You got to step in and take. You got to pinch hit on this thing.
I don't know that answer.
All right, so black is dominant. So it really depends if he's a male or a female. The red being recessive. If the reds are just breeding, you're going to get a lot of reds. If the black breeds with the red, you're going to get almost all of them be black babies. You get a few reds though.
Jerome said 14 and working at a bar. Times have changed. He just looks like he's 14. He's 30 something.
Yeah, he doesn't actually like work behind the bar. He's a chef, and he just works at a brewery. But I thought he was off today.
Victoria said, I want my 24 carat to thrive. Any advice for a first-time parent?
All right, Myrtle. You wanted me to give away candy. You got to place an order. All right. Any advice for a first-time shrimp keeper? Well, keep things consistent. Pick a routine. Stay with that routine. Use the exact same water going in as you do going out. So that way there's not a lot of shock to the shrimp or anything like that. And then by staying on a routine is if you do water changes every week, you do 20% or so. That is great. Stay on top of it. If you do them every other week and you do like 30 to 40% or whatever, stay with it. When you get pregnant ones, stay on it. When you get babies, stay on it, and you'll be doing just fine. And then don't overfeed. Less is more. I saw your video. I saw you already put some of our food in there, but we generally recommend waiting like a week before feeding your shrimp. They should have plenty of little things to graze on in the tank to hold them down. You do have, I think we gave you like 25 to 30 shrimp, so I don't know how long the tank was running beforehand, but say it was like 3 to 4 weeks. They should have enough food in there for a good week before you need to feed them. And then feed them enough that they can eat all of it within the first 2 or 3 hours. So that way you don't have to remove any of the food. It's not going to pollute the water. The snowflake food that we gave you, the Soy Ahoy, it is a good vacation feeder. You can overfeed that one a little bit. Whatever they don't feed, you don't have to worry about removing it from the tank.
This is definitely like Valentine's Day candy.
Yeah,
like
it's old.
Got a heart.
There was a lot of people where we went, so I feel like people ran out of candy, and they're like, people are coming to my house because I have the best decorations. I got to give them something.
It was so nice to see because, like, for years now, the Halloween in our area has been so bad. And no one had, like, everyone having their lights off. I mean, we'd have to drive miles between homes to find candy. And a lot of people leave their lights on and then get mad at you when they come to your porch. And it's like, you left all your lights on, dude. Like, that's the whole thing of Halloween night. Like, it's crazy. And, like, this is the first year I saw groups of people walking again and in neighborhoods and getting candy. It was so nice to see. It just felt like things are getting a little bit normal, and it was great for the kids to experience like the same Halloweens that we had.
Aquashella Halloween last year, though, was awesome. The kids went around in different booths, and they got about just as much candy as they got tonight at Aquashella.
Stephen P. said, can you mix Red Riding Hood with Big Bad Wolf Shrimp? I think the Big Bad Wolf Shrimp will definitely eat. I can't tell. It depends, Sometimes they have a temper. Sometimes they don't. You never know. But if there was granny shrimp thrown in there, yeah, I mean, it's gone.
I'm glad Shelby handled that one. She's better for those kind of jokes.
Welcome in, Jess. How you doing? Happy Halloween. Victoria said, big box stores are late to the party, just like their prices. Yep.
Halloween Aquashella definitely handed out better candy, too. This is junk this year.
Dee Dee said, Grant, is that candy like I was on that CO2 art package earlier?
You have no idea how much candy I've eaten today. I had like 30
So bad.
pieces before the kids even
It
got
is
off
so
the
bad.
school bus.
And
We went to Walmart to get the kids candy, and I was like, there's still candy wrappers in my pocket, but I grabbed the bag of white chocolate expecting it to be like a $30 bag, and it was only like $9. And I was like, oh, I can buy more candy. So I got some Nerds that had the Nerd. Oh man, I don't even know it. Not the chewy Nerds, but the small rope things, and then Sour Patch Kids. So I ended up getting 3 bags of candy, and
Oh
I
my
ate
gosh.
all of the white chocolate already.
he's gonna have to go buy the kids candy at this point. He's like ate half their bag. Beta
No,
Aquatic
not
said,
that
which parent do the shrimplets inherit more genetics from? Features like color.
Parents doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It is harder for neocaradinas to find a nice quality male. So I generally say just pick your best 2 or 3 males and then your top 8 to however many females you want to have, but at least a good like 3 to 8 ratio, if not higher than that, for good breeding.
Eric says, I love Christmas. We all love Christmas. I just want to celebrate it at its right time and give Halloween its chance. I don't like, but Halloween is definitely turning into the next Christmas because of how many inflatables and lights are everywhere. And someone had today the best one, and I didn't get a picture of it. It's in our neighborhood. They have an octopus holding a pumpkin, and it's so cool. I did get scared of one decoration because it wasn't working. The guy goes to stand up and was like, that should be working. As soon as he stands up, it goes off and it's like a 12-foot werewolf and it just starts going off and scared the crap out of me.
And also the guy with the really cool decorations, the kids went up to him and he's like, yeah, you guys are the only ones that came tonight. You guys can have whatever you want. It's pretty
so
late,
sad.
so I don't think anybody else is coming.
So
And he was in his porch the entire night.
Yeah.
He didn't come to the door. He went fully all out, torches, everything, straight up the grass. Not even have to go around the driveway or anything. Like, he decorated properly. Nobody came.
So they put it back in a shipping container until next year. That's crazy. That's weird. Didn't know that. That makes sense though. There's so many old costumes that they have there. All right. Brandon said, are there any Caradina genetics that display codominance? It would be cool to have a Halloween shrimp that has orange and black or even red and black and white.
Not really that are out there on the market. There are very few of them that pop out here and there out of my colonies. For instance, the yellow and black Tang Tai. There is even some red and black Safari or black. Or there's Crypt Keeper.
Welcome in, Crypt Keeper.
Fancy tigers that will produce like red, black, and white. But not a lot of them that are out on the market yet. All right. Listen, we gotta stop eating candy. If you eat candy, then I'm gonna eat candy, and then I eat candy, then you eat candy.
I didn't get any candy though.
not
Oh,
fair,
someone
so.
come get him.
All right. Well, then switch over, and I'll take over chat and try and catch up because we're 8 minutes behind now.
Shelby can
Crypt
pull a Madara. What is that? Am I not aware of what that is? Scuba C said,
You
check your
uncultured
kids.
swine.
What is it?
I don't know.
Scuba Steve said, check your kids' candy. One of mine came with a 10-gallon. I know. I was worried about like cutting this open and it might have like a pack of shrimp or something in it. You never know. See, your dad didn't make enough dad jokes around you. That's why you can't respond to these jokes. It's all the guys too. It's just bred into you. Your dad just never said any good dad jokes.
No. My dad wasn't a funny guy. My mom was. That's where all my humor comes from.
Said, Crib says, little late, but Shelby's still in intros. Glad she's a Rico behind already. Oh, am I really? 920. Or no, I think you're just behind.
No, she's not that bad.
Not tonight. Scotty says, I'm getting pygmy quarries. Going to put them in my 5 with the tangerine tigers. I have rocks, plants, and a lot of moss. Do you agree? Will they be okay?
All right. So They won't bother full-grown adult tangerine tigers, but they might pick off some babies. They might stop the females from having so many babies. So the tangerine tigers are definitely tough cookies. They can take it. They are like your best bet if you want to have them together. We actually have pygmy cories in the tank right over there.
This is such a bad idea.
They're swimming around in that tank in the far right hand corner. There they go. What's wrong? What are you doing?
I'm trying to get it out of the way.
But-
Help.
No, you're fine. They bred a couple. We've gotten some babies. We don't really have room to harvest eggs and then be raising up fry. So hopefully one day we'll get those on board. But no shrimp in the tank. We got some autocats though. See, no more candy for you. You're a rookie. You don't even know what you're doing.
My only piece. That's all.
You okay?
No. I'm sorry.
We got a sloth down. We got 2 of them tapped out now. There is no longer any sloths on the stream.
Oh, Grant.
All right,
Grant, if you're gonna chow down on candy in the stream, you better give everyone.
I already said this. We already responded to this. I'm working.
Eric went to
both
go to
sides
his
of chat.
Powerball tickets. Be right back. Tonight's the night, Eric. You got this. Anyone get any of them funny gummies this year? The news be talking about because we missed out. I know. We were hoping
Just
to
these
get us to go to sleep.
the Happy Cola ones.
That is weird. Those look old. I know they're not. Like, they're still selling them in the stores.
They're delicious.
Grant will eat anything. Anyone who give him candy, he'll eat it.
Gummies especially. I
Kids are
know
gonna
they're
wake
made
up
out
to
of
Grant.
bone marrow, or not bone marrow, but like crushed up bones and like fat and stuff like that. But I just can't get enough of it. Gelatin is
Welcome
the
in,
best.
Craig. Victoria said tank's been up for almost 2 years now.
Oh yeah, you probably don't have to feed them suckers for like a good 2 weeks. It looked like a fairly clean tank for being 2 years old.
Jerome said, Eric, if you win, we got to start a fishy nonprofit, save you on taxes.
Eric, if you win, I demand that you buy Rico leggings for everybody for the Keystone Clash next year.
Arctic Wind said, picked up off of band 1 black boa, 2 black snowflakes, 1 red boa, all females, and plan to breed with my purple metallic pinto. Thoughts?
That's a great thing to do. You're gonna get probably not so many nice boas or snowflakes, but you will get some very nice galaxy pintos, and then from there, selective breeding a generation or 2, you might even be able to get some purple metallic boas. Probably your fastest way to make purple metallic snowflakes or boas, though. You can also do the red metallic as well. So it is definitely you're playing with the big guns.
Welcome in, Mountain Greenery. I'm still dying off this piece of candy.
And you're doing it without wasting genetics or any shrimp in the house.
Victoria said, I literally noticed that about the soy hoy. I told Brian it'd be perfect for when we travel.
Yeah, we literally throw in like twice as amount that we normally feed with the soy ahoy when we leave, especially Chicago. We leave for like Aquashella, we leave for like 5 days. So the house has like just a few pieces left over in like some of the tanks when we get home.
Welcome in, Yellowstone Aquatics.
This is so bad. I cannot look at all this.
Dee Dee
candy.
said, won't the big bag of wolves eat the little red riding hoods?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dee Dee knows
yeah.
what she's talking about.
Oh, man. Richard said, Grant, could I do Sulu SA shrimp in a 10-gallon? Okay. Yes, you can. That was short and simple. Yes, that's what we have it. I prefer bigger tanks. Like, we had a really good 75 or 55-gallon tank going. 55 or 75? 55, right?
Yeah.
55-gallon tank going, and they did phenomenal in there. Bigger volumes of water, more stable parameters. So that's what you want for Sulu SA is the most stable parameters you could get for them, and they will do phenomenal for you. algae rocks too, and rabbit snails. Really mimic where they come from. So. Hello, Vinoski. I hope I say that right. Happy spooky night. Happy Halloween.
The kid's disappointed with
It looked like Grant spaced out for a second, reconsidering his life choices, eating all the candy. Yep, nope, he's smashing more. That's Grant. He literally told me today, yesterday, don't let me eat any more candy. I don't feel good. Like, stop letting me eat candy. So then I complained when he's eating candy today. I'm like, stop eating the candy. He's like, don't tell me what to do.
It's Halloween.
He's he'll eat all the candy all the time. I don't eat anything, so
I didn't get ice cream with my dinner tonight, so that way I could eat candy.
Craig said, my friends come up to our place yesterday on Halloween and was like, trick or treat, we hear you're giving out free fish and crystals. I'm surprised no one said that. Mark said Xmas. Bah humbug.
We can't open this.
Myrtle said someone who's good with fabrics needs to make shrimp costume for Grant and Shelby. So it has been overplayed. Like, so many people have done the shrimp costume that we just will never do it. We did have a great costume.
Like a professional grade custom TGOE shrimp that was like one of the shrimp that we designed. And like a colorful one, not the one that looks like it's supposed to be on like in a shrimp, like on a cocktail or something, you know? But last year we had a great costume, and we didn't get to do it because someone hurt his arm, and then that whole costume was ruined for Aquashella. But we'll do it again, hopefully. Victoria said, we only got like 3 trick-or-treaters, and I'm still in my costume just in case. Yep. I don't think we've had any on the block, but we have our lights off because we didn't get it. Well, we do have candy. We could turn our light on if you want. No one really comes in this neighborhood, and if they do, it's really early because it's younger kids. So Matt said, have you made Grant a dentist appointment yet? No, I should. He really does need one. Welcome in, Brennan from Misfits Reptiles and Aquatics. Said, hey guys, at work, listening and talking when I can. Well, happy Halloween. Sucks you have to work. I'm just gonna wait and get full
even Lucas has a shrimp costume.
Does he? Is it the same one?
It probably is. I don't think there's any other shrimp costume. So many people have it. Too many. We like to be a little original. A little. Not too much. We remembered there's someone that has this costume in the fish hobby too. Oh, Victoria says, at this point, I'm probably just asking to get eggs thrown at the house with the lights on. Oh, no.
Well, we can talk about what we've been doing all week if you want.
No, we don't like that.
No.
Stephen P. said, we gave out full-size candy bars, like 250 of them. We're out of candy in an hour. Wow. That's insane. I would have come to the house. Full-sized. Last year, my dad said they got a lot of full-size where we were at, but we were straight down from it, and it's like a big
This was the only full-size candy bar the kids got.
Yeah.
I'm taking it.
Matt said, I told you last week I'll take them. I'm trying to figure out shipping logistics, so just give me a minute.
I refuse to be shipped in a box. Okay?
Eric says, I'm back and got my tickets. We're all rooting for you. Crypt Keeper said, Grant, stop being mean. Let Shelby have some of your hard-earned Halloween candy that you took from your kids. I know. How is he even going to tell me to stop eating candy when I don't eat candy? And I eat one Starburst. And, well, I did choke on it.
You almost died. And someone has got to stay coherent.
I don't eat candy very often.
I'm going to cap out here. I'm going to pass out when the sugar rush crashes.
Good. Good. Then I don't have to listen to you. Dee Dee said, might have to arm wrestle you for him. Grant's a keeper. Yeah, until he opens up his mouth. He's mean.
No.
If you duct tape him, he is okay. I mean, he'll watch you work.
I can get out of duct tape real quick.
Yellowstone.
Oh.
Grant, can you speak on the Dancing Man shrimp and share any knowledge you know about that?
I would love to, actually. So the Dancing Man is a shrimp designed by Mopo over in Germany. She is. Hold on, I got to bring the sloth back in. She's moving too slow. She's a breeder over in Germany. It is a fancy tiger kind of line. However, she does not focus on the full coverage. To me, in order for it to be a fancy tiger, head to toe needs to be covered in pigment, 0 gaps of translucent pigments at all. Where she more focuses on the pattern, great tiger stripes on the sides, good headgear, good dots, and then great headgear for her is when you look from the above, you'll see this little guy like dancing, doing a little, I don't know where the Dancing Man comes from. If it's like Caribbean or Jamaican.
Like the Jamaican shirts, you get like the tourist Jamaican shirts that they have.
I don't know.
That's kind of what it looks like.
But it is just basically top headgear. It is shown up in different lines, not just Mo's line. But if you want legit Dancing Man, you will have to get them straight from her, and they come with like a little token. I don't think Jerry sells them anymore in the United States. However, all of the fancy tiger lines that we sell all came from Mo. Our original fancy tigers were $200 a piece, and then I bought some Dancing Men for $150. All of my fancy tigers ended up being males, so I had to use those males with the Dancing Men. Since they are the same line, they are just pulled from separate, different like lines and roads of culling, basically. They're really nice from the top view. From the side, you can't really tell the difference between a regular fancy tiger and a Dancing Man. So hopefully everything you need to know.
Jerome said Steve in the house, the street over for me gives out full candy bars, and people still don't go over there. There's 100 kids every year, though. It's like 50 feet away from my house with full bars. Yep. They got to decorate or like make it a little bit more known, or sit. A lot of people in our neighborhood sit out in their driveways so that you know that they're giving out candy.
I leave the light on with a bowl full of candy and it never gets touched. So
yeah,
I feel that guy across in the next street over that fully decorated his house, and my kids were the only ones that showed up.
Yeah, we decorate our house usually. This is the first year I haven't. I usually put spiders everywhere, and then the neighbor across the street comes and goes, I don't like spiders.
Eric Wyrock with the $10 super chat. Happy Halloween.
Yes.
I thought you said you were going to change it to a pumpkin shrimp for Halloween, Shelby.
Do you think I had time for that? Do you see all the things I made today?
Nope.
You didn't even have faith that I was going to finish that aquascape, and I did. I did it in like 40 minutes. I was pretty proud of myself. Thank you so much, Eric, for that super chat. Happy Halloween.
You're the man, Eric. Much appreciated.
Now I lost my place, though.
Well, now that you're back, Crypt Keeper, we were having some issues struggling with finding something to talk about. We are behind on chat now, but I assume you have some genetics questions lined up for me. What's up, Robert from Ray Aquatics? Sorry about that leak in the fish room. That's a bummer, that big tank. But Crypt Keeper, genetic questions, try and keep them Halloween themed. Let's see what you got. Hit me.
Nate.
And anybody, not just Crypt Keeper. Let's see what you guys got.
Nate the Shrimp Nest says, think I figured out the tangerine tiger's eating my buried blue dreams. Turns out all except 2 of the tangerines are males. There's 13 in the tank, so I have to get more from you really soon.
That is a bummer.
Oh, man.
Especially because we send them super small. So that is just unlucky of the draw. I guess it's bound to happen. We send out so many bags of shrimp. Somebody probably got super lucky on the other end and got a lot of females.
Didi said Shelby can't hand her candy, and Myrtle said don't
can't handle your words. You
candy.
said hander.
Hander my candy. Crypt Keeper says, what is a ghost bee? Is it a Taiwan bee? Look, he already started with it. Before you said something. That's funny.
All right.
Is it a Taiwan bee family, crystal family, hybrid, or other?
I should just shut my mouth and let Crypt Keeper do his magic. Candy
No
down.
ghost pepper candy. Sorry.
No, nothing spicy or fun like that. So ghost bee is technically just a crystal shrimp. However, is it a mutation? Is it selective breeding? What is it? Nobody really knows. The original breeder never came out with this information. Was it a hybrid? Is there some Tang Tai magic being done there? But it has been labeled as a crystal shrimp, so they would go in the crystal category. So when you said on your video that there's only really 3, I didn't want to correct you because there really is only 3, but that's what I'm for sure about. But technically the ghost bees would go in the crystals as well. Back to you, Shelby.
Any cool crosses made exclusively with ghost bees?
Well, you can make the zebra ghost bees. You can make the super ghost bees that I posted on Facebook the other day. You can make different eye colors on the ghost bees, but besides something ghost bee, no, there's nothing out there. Were you just being a sloth the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Give something interesting to
Stop-
look at.
Stop slothing around.
Welcome in, Robert from Ray Aquatics. I know Grant said hi already. Welcome in, Eduardo. Thanks for joining us tonight. Hello, Silver Creek Aquatics said hello. Just finished trick or treating with the kiddos. Even got an adult treat too. My stepmom was walking down and was grabbing got candy from people. She's dressed up too. But she got candy, and then one house they were drinking her favorite beer, and she mentioned it, and they were like, "Oh, I thought she was making fun of them." And she's like, "No, it's my favorite." And he was like, "Oh, here, have one." So she got a beer while she's trick or treating. She was having the best night ever. Oh.
I had forgot all my
Oh,
party favors at the house.
House handed out bottles of lemon or peach vodka. That's pretty cool.
One year,
That's cool.
we got like wine coolers.
Yeah, we got like I think they were like little vodka bottles. I don't know.
There were wine coolers.
It's been a while. Water would be nice. People should have water. Like everyone was dying within an hour here.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Spaghetti Nona. Mm-mm.
This is why I don't keep sweets in the house. I cannot stop.
Yeah, you're ridiculous.
Sorry,
Myrtle
guys.
said, how about a ram's horn snail costume then? Not a bad idea. I would do a rabbit snail before a ram's horn snail, though. I love them rabbit snails. They're
It's
so
just a
cute.
snail. We should do an ice.
You're going to get punched. Eric says, if I win, I'm bringing everyone with me. 50% to charity, 25% to investments, 12.5% to my parents, and 12.5% to a party. I will also buy everyone Rico leggings. Grant will be the first one to want those. Oh. We're going to skip past
I don't
that.
think Shelby will let me wear them though.
No, probably not. He's going to have like a fanny pack or something on. Dee Dee said she's got about 20 kids tonight. That's something better than nothing. I would be upset if I like decorated for Halloween and no one came. I'd be sad.
Yeah, we were thinking about having the kids change costume and go back to the other guy.
Oh
But-
my gosh. I'm sorry, Scotty. That is hilarious. Said mine will cost extra because they need to be hemmed. I vertically challenged, but you'll be able to afford it, so it's okay. Oh no kids there. That's sad. Crypt Keeper said we got a bunch of trick-or-treaters this year than last year's. Usually we have a month worth of candy left. This year we ran out. Nice. So glad people are getting back into it in this area. See? Yep. Oh no, Rob said we got 0 trick-or-treaters. More candy for me.
You can send it all to me too with your next order, as long as it's not gross candy.
So 0 trick-or-treaters. Instead, we burn the perimeter of the pond. Fun times. That's a good idea.
Yeah, somebody was burning across the street from Shelby's parents.
Where? Oh yeah, they were.
They were burning the ground, like clearing it for farmland or something. I don't know.
Craig said Australia's Halloween was big this year. Yeah, it's definitely way better than it was. Our area is so spread out that you have to have areas you can go to. So like these big communities that are like house by house is where they're really at. Like there was one area that we used to go to all the time, and it'd be like the whole street would throw it. But I grew up in a really small town, and it's behind the airport that they would have it. And like every like few houses, you would have someone with water. Like I miss that. We need to have more people doing that.
I used to go to like a big, like not rich community, but better off than most of the neighborhoods around here. There's some more running to do, but my buddy had like a closet full of costumes and lived in that neighborhood, and we would just switch out and go to all the neighbors that were giving out the bigger candy bars and hit them like 5 or 6 times and get 2 pillowcases full.
Glassbox said, I ate a lot of my wife's chocolate pretzels she made for her work last night, and my tummy is hurting all morning. Yep. I would be sick within like 10 minutes. I eat chocolate and I get so sick to my stomach. Frank asked, how is Jaden's room coming along?
It's not.
But if we could catch up on chat, we'll talk about what we've been doing.
That is like the 10th time today you've said something exactly at the same time as I have.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
Knock it off. Your final warning.
Grant's face changed. He's definitely feeling the candy. He's got a little squirrel look in his eye.
Oh. It's getting there. I'm going to crash hard. I caffeine and sugar
Grant, you can't have a sugar crash if you don't stop eating more candy.
Exactly. That's why I like picked it up again. I just got to figure out something that I can eat fast and still talk while Shelby's answering like just this.
What's in the mugs? Nothing good. Just water.
It's always water.
We don't drink, unfortunately. We used to. We used to be fun. Not anymore. My tummy I get really bad stomach aches. I could drink tequila, no problem, but my stomach hurts. Look, Dee has lots of duct tape. Perfect. Welcome in Aquaria Life. Happy Halloween. Myrtle, these pants really need to fit in the morning. You got a little too quiet.
I've been eating this much candy though for like the past 2 weeks, so
yeah,
it's nothing new. I'll wake up tomorrow the same size.
Pants are overrated. Always got to wear. You can just wear onesies. You can wear dresses. Oh yeah, you guys are up north though. It gets cold. Screw that. Dee Dee's got to make the live stream line up and lurk. Making sure we don't miss anyone.
No yawning. Jesus. You can't be doing that.
So sorry to hear Spaghetti Nona. Benjamin, I suspect there may be a sloth shrimp in the future. That'd be cool if any of them were actually slow. That would be pretty cool. That's a good idea. Myrtle said, all right, Grant, you promised a piece of candy if I made an order. If I open my order and there ain't no candy, I'm going to flip tables.
Well, I got your order. And the note says nothing about candy. But
you better go get my book. Get my book right there.
No, that's
and
not the right book. That's not the
right book.
That's
my book. Give me my book.
You're not not gonna remember it when I send out stuff tomorrow. I'm not gonna look at that.
You better.
Shelby's not with me tomorrow.
I have to go to work. All right.
But yeah, no, we have candy just for orders.
It can't be chocolate though, obviously. It would just melt and get gross. So we've been having the worst problem. Like we keep trying to find like the perfect thing for our members and like shipping out candy, a specific candy. And we don't want to copy someone else's or do something lame. I think we came up with a good idea. So why aren't there orange and black Neos?
So it is very hard to get those two colors to come up on the same type of shrimp, especially with anything other than blue. Black is just one of those things where it just kind of shows up with just blue, and that's about it. And I think that's a lot of the shrimp. Like the red only has the blue with it. I've seen a little bit of blue on the orange release, and the same with the black carbon release will have a little bit of blue also. So I'm not sure why the yellow release or the black and the two of them won't work exactly, or what the scientific is. All I know is the black is definitely going to crossbreed with the orange or yellow and just make wilds. So I'm not saying it's not impossible, but it's definitely one of the mutations that's probably needed to make that line possible. It hasn't happened yet.
Welcome in Aqua Balls. And then Crypt Keeper says, keeping it Halloween theme. Do you guys have any vampire shrimp? Are they like Caradino, where you have many forms and hybrids?
So we do not have any vampire shrimp. Our buddy Ruben Melendez over at Shrimp Pimpin', he does have one running around in his discus tank. The problem with the vampires, the bamboos, the omanos, the red nose, all of those shrimp are all wild caught. The reason why they're all wild caught is because they go through different metamorphosis. I can't even talk. I'm on such a sugar drunk right now. They go through different stages in larva stage, and what happens is when they're released in freshwater streams or rivers, the water takes them out to salt water. They eat different plankton and stuff like that that's just found in the ocean, and they morph into shrimp out there. And once they're morphed into shrimp, they're strong enough they can make their way back up into the rivers and streams. It's just really hard to mimic inside. It takes up a lot of space, especially for shrimp that aren't really that expensive. I'm not sure if you could like breed them out to do different phenotypes or anything like that, but currently there isn't anything like that. I think I've seen like some red bamboos or vampires and amanos, but they're like color changing. 1 week they'll be like that, and then like 3 weeks out of the month they'll be like kind of just dull and brown and clear in color like the rest of them. So
Welcome in, Jay Oliver.
how's it going, man? Happy Halloween.
And hello, Lefty. I did send out your package today. Forgot to send your tracking number, so I will send that right after the stream.
And I almost forgot to throw in plants in your box, and I was like, "Oh no, I left these off on the side." Yes, I left them on the side just for you, and then yeah, so they made it though.
Welcome in, Bob. Lemon vodka, not good. Lesson learned.
I don't do vodka or gin anymore. I had a buddy going to the military, picked him up at 5 o'clock, and by 5:30 somehow we drank all but a half inch of the bottle of Bombay, and Shelby left me struggling to breathe for my life in the shower.
His parents were home.
Yeah.
I told him it's their problem now. I'm not used to that. I grew up with a family that doesn't drink, like, unless it was like NASCAR weekend or like a, football game or something.
My buddy was going
normal.
into the military in 3 days, and we were just BSing, passing stories back and forth. And next thing you know, the bottle's almost gone. And I'm like, what time is it? It's only 5:30. And then Shelby's like, yeah, you don't look so good. You should go inside and lay down. And I lay down, and I just got the spins. And I was like, it's done. I'm gone for it. No more gin. I learned my lesson.
No. Well, now that you're getting old.
Defeated.
Lefty said, oh, so good. You two are the best. Thank you, Lefty. Welcome in, Sarah. Lady LRB said, happy Halloween. Shelby, you look so cozy. Thank you. I do. It's a little warm. It got really warm trick-or-treating. Like 10 minutes in, I stripped it off, and everyone was like, oh, where'd your costume go? And I was like, in my backpack. So I came prepared, But it is so cute. So cute. I'm going to wear these all the time. They are like pajamas, though.
All
so
right.
when it gets cold out, it'll be good.
So, Bob,
how many water changes do I need to do before my Brightwell substrate stops sucking up all my KH and crashing my pH?
So this is not going to be an exact math science because the amount of KH in your tap water and everything like that is going to be different. I gotta ask, like, why are you doing it? If it's just for neocaradinas, I really wouldn't worry too much about the pH crashing up and down. The neos can take it. Um, you can add a piece of Ceru stone or something else like that to kind of balance it out. However, you're just so distracting when you're doing this. It really depends what you're doing it for. But I couldn't answer that. I don't know.
That's a first. Hello, Michelle. Says hi, everyone. Shelby, I love the sloth. Grant has one too, but he tapped out real fast. This is the first year I ever got him to match or do anything with me. So, woo!
She's got photos to post tomorrow. She's got all the
Yeah.
ammo she needs. She's good.
He did ruin my photos, though.
Didn't ruin
He
them.
ruined them. Ruined.
And we can take more tomorrow too. We got the costumes.
Anytime, Lefty. We love it. Dude, anything for people that support us. It's the best thing ever. Jerome says gin is the best though, Grant.
See, I thought that we were at the Daytona Reptile Show for our first time, hanging out with a bunch of our friends, hotel, went down to the pool, walking the boardwalk and everything like that. And I drank a bunch of gin, and I woke up the next day like no hangover, but I drank so much of it in such a short amount of time. It's just one of those drinks where I just don't want to drink that or vodka ever again. So I'll drink it in like a daiquiri or something like that, but I prefer not to drink.
Bob said, I want to do Tangerine Tigers.
So you don't need to pull the KH out. You can do actually better without the KH in the water, and the tangerines will breed faster. So maybe just add... take the tap water out and do RO water.
Spaghetti Nona said vodka and gin are the only alcohol on the no migraine food list. They need to be on top shelf. So I actually, tequila was the only one that didn't give me migraines. So LJ said, I got my Tangerine Tiger from TGOE. They're great color.
Yeah, they're one of the shrimp that we want to put onto a t-shirt, and it's going to say, there's no culls in these jeans. And it's going to be a shrimp walking around with yeah. I thought that's the one we were talking about when it all went down.
I don't remember.
Are you caught up in chat?
Yes.
All right. So I think we got to talk about what we've been doing all week. I know I was talking mad smack last week when I said I was going to have the entire stand done. We're in the middle of doing a stand to hold another 90 10-gallon tanks. That'll put us right above right almost to 400 tanks in the house. I don't know the exact count with everything going on the counters and whatnot right now. I think it's 307. I'm not sure. Another 90 would almost get us there. I would set up another 3 tanks somewhere. Oh, wait, we put up those tanks. I think we might be at 309. So, yeah, I'll throw up a tank on the counter real quick. Maybe the turtle tank, that's 309. I'm not sure.
Well,
but
you count the fishbowl now, it's 310.
But we'll get to 400 here in the next couple weeks. I was saying I was going to get the whole stand all painted and everything like that, but I totally forgot about all of the little 17.5-inch little pieces that go in between so that it's a little support and stuff like that. So that took me a whole extra day. And then I've got to do the oil paints. That's an extra 2 days because of all of those little tiny paintings. So we are a little behind. It's not done yet, but half of it is at least painted with 2 coats.
You're right, Sarah. It'll never end. We have so much. I don't see the light. I see the light to the end of the tunnel for this stand. It's getting there. Like we're there. I did a lot of the painting the other day, and I was like, all right, it's getting a little bit better, making me feel like my house will come together a little bit more. and then the rest will be cool building.
And then that brings us back to Jaden's room. The work on Jaden's room, we kind of put a bunk bed in Layla's room so that way they can have their own little space inside and share Layla's room for a little bit. But I'm hoping it's going to be my winter project. And when the 90 tank rack is done, all of the 10-gallon tanks from Jaden's room will go on that rack. And then we'll move the 40s and the 55s into the garage. And then I can do all of the deconstruction and demolition, knock out the walls. We'll finish the window that never got finished in there. And then do some trim and try and fix some issues in this floor. Maybe even put down some flooring. And we're going to put the 10-gallon rack that holds 36 10 gallons back in there. And then we're going to add in another rack to hold in another, I think, 16 10-gallon tanks without blocking any view or anything like that. And it'll give us more room to work with the cold water shrimp, like the Hummel and the Stardust, the wild types, the princess bees and stuff like that. In case of hurricane, we can keep his room nice and cold with the window AC unit and a generator. So
LJ say one of my baby tangerine tiger from you has several black spots on its head, its back too. Lots of black. Nice. Grip said, can you help me with a color grading question? Red to Nancy Pintos. Some are deep red. They look almost black. Should those be cold or those helping the colony stay a red ruby wine color?
Red ruby color.
I'll get in there.
So it is all preference. Some people like the so red that it's almost black. I will call that dragon's blood because back before blue dragon's blood were even a thing, that was what was referred to, that pattern or coloration being a thing. I like it. I like the extreme red King Kongs that have it. I also like the Nanashis that we get from our fancy tigers that also have it as well. But at the same time, I keep two separate tanks so that way I can go into the dragon's blood direction and then another one to stay into the red ruby color. Shelby does this exact same thing with her red Galaxy Pintos as well. All right, Shelby left me all by myself. Let's show her how it's done. All right, Jamie, are golden bees good for breeding anything? Well, they are certainly all right for breeding Michelin since they are one of the key ingredients for making them. You can cross them with Taiwan bees, and this can give you a mixture of crystal shrimp that will have Taiwan bee genes. You can also use golden bees crossed with several different tigers to make different Thai bees and stuff like that. But Michelins are probably the best thing. But you can use any kind of crystal and get the same results as a golden bee. Depending on the quality of the white on the golden bee, they're good to mix with other black crystals or crystal reds to get more white pigment out of the shrimps. But chances are they're kind of peachy, and they're not the best shrimp to cross with things if that's the case. But you can use them to make Michelins, and Michelins are a great starter shrimp to get people into the hobby. You good?
No, I messed up.
What'd you do?
I can't.
You can't get out of it?
No, like my leg went into the other side. I can't.
Do you need help?
I got it.
All right, you're fine. All right, what's up, vibes? Build a fish tank house. I mean, at this point. So we only have an 1,100 square foot house. We don't have any property. It's like a quarter acre. The goal is to max this house out at around 500 tanks. I'll definitely get to 500 tanks, maybe a little bit over that. with a garage too included. I don't know where the limit really would be, but we do definitely want to start putting away as much money as we can to get a property. And Shelby would prefer if all of the tanks were in a metal building that was air controlled, and automated water changes and big water
You're
systems and
saying
stuff
it
like
wrong,
that.
though. But our house would be a show house. So, like, all the tanks inside would be like our turtles or like giant fly river turtle tank, a shark tank. It would be like in a giant puffer tank, like big show tanks inside that are like well maintenanced, well beautiful. Not ones you're going to be farming shrimp out of and getting my entire house soaking wet. Like, you act like I'm like not wanting fish tanks in my house. It's I want nice ones that my floors aren't getting dirty every single day, and I'm having to come behind him with a Swiffer. I look like a crazy little lady behind him, like, please stop,
Oh,
stop,
yeah.
stop.
Me swimming with
Yeah.
the sharks is really gonna keep
Oh my
water off the
gosh.
floor, Shelby.
So I'm gonna have to find a separate house for him. Those ones they make like dog houses that are really nice nowadays. I'll just build him one in the back. Don't worry. Welcome in, Zen Ginger. And we got Big Shrimpin'. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us tonight on this beautiful Halloween night. When you guys say cold water shrimp, how cold do they stay?
All right, so the cold water shrimp would be anything non-Sulawesi. So the Neocaridina and the Caridina. The Caridina shrimp can drop into the 60s, even the high 50s, and really not have any issues. I don't know anybody that's really taken the risk to go any lower than that and to see how low they can go. However, with Neocaridinas, we are leaving ours outside, no heaters, no like solar or anything like that to keep them warm. And they will drop down into the low 30s. And as long as the water does not freeze completely into icicles, the shrimp are fine. So, they don't have to stay cold. We just air condition our house around 70 to 72 to keep them below 76, and that prevents any of the bacterial infections or anything like that from happening. Did I miss something?
No, I was looking because
Okay.
Silver Creek said I switched to hit the like and drop screen with the like button, and the sub bell has changed. Did I drink too much? Am I tripping? What is tripping, anyways? Did you eat some of that candy, for the kids? But no, I was just looking. I do see. I know the like button's different, and I don't even know where the bell button is now. So I
Yeah.
was kind of curious myself.
I think that changed a
Welcome
few
back,
days
Aaron.
ago.
Yeah, a couple days. Yep. So yep, it changed. Bob said finally got the wife on board with that. It would be a nice addition. Nice. That is a win.
Dr. Anthony.
Welcome in. Said out giving kids.
I
Instead
am
of candy, you're just passing children around.
hoping that we can get your flights arranged and figured out. Last stream, he was all like, "Oh, I don't even think it's gonna happen. I haven't had my flight booked or anything like that." We have been crazy busy with all the shows and everything, but I'm trying to get that all solved out. So hopefully, we'll have that figured out by the next stream.
Fix the head. Okay. All right. Crib said, why did I do this? If I notice some clear spots on Tai Tai Bee shell, is that going to reappear every molt and should be cold right away?
Not necessarily. You
That'd be
shouldn't
cool.
see any clear spots on Tai Tai bees. Maybe if it was like a red steel or a blue steel, you could see some type of
Unless
clear
it's down
gaps,
and it's a short
but
skirt.
maybe send me a picture and I can better help you with that.
Silver Creek said, Grant, Orange Neos in an 8-gallon, 30 GH, 40 kH, 6.8 to 7.0 RO. We good there? I've added crushed coral in the soil as well.
Yeah, you should be fine with those numbers. However, it would be better if you got a TDS pen and if you could check out your total dissolved solids. It seems like your waters go through a water softener since your GH is lower than your KH, or your parameters might be a little bit off. I would prefer your GH to be a little bit higher.
Jerome says, Dr. Ann, awesome. I don't think anyone wants free kids these days. Stuff's expensive. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I still want kids. What lights y'all use for the racks?
So we have the Beamworks behind us. They are the full spectrum LEDs. Usually we go for whatever size we need and get the longest that we possibly, or I'm sorry, the cheapest that we could possibly find that is full spectrum. It's usually Beamworks or Aquaneats.
Dr. Anthony says, you giving anything away? Not tonight.
Just the kids' candy. They will not need it after today. So
Silver Creek says, it's cool. I want to live at a zoo as well. Seriously, I'd sleep with the animals outside. Not a bad idea. Yeah, there's a lot of things we want to do and big cages, and we need property for it. And we definitely need a big property. Don't get me wrong. Like, it is going to be chaos outside, but I want the inside to be, my plan is we want things to be run like, I want to be able to have big events at our house to where we can invite people for like a certain time of the year to come tour the zoo and, enjoy the house, where I can cook big meals for everybody to come and enjoy and hopefully have a big family, hoping the kids have a lot of kids and I can be that crazy grandmother. That'd be the coolest place to have parties, got a llama in the backyard. Victoria says, I love this so much. I'm going to do the same thing. Yes. Bob said, Shelby's plan is reasonable. Yep. I think
it wasn't bunny ears. It was a llama.
Oh. Oh, man. No, I'm worried about that, though. We used to peck each other with llamas back in the day in high school. Man. On guard. Okay. The plan is reasonable, I think. It'd be really cool to have, stop it. Really cool tanks in the house that are just fun to see. Just enough to give you that. I kind of want like every wall. I don't need knickknacks and stuff. And I just want it to be an efficient house that's not like small tanks everywhere. That's
I think a little bit of it is me, where I want everything out there so I can just flick a switch and all the water changes are done. And we just have like a nice wall.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but a big really tank, nice you only got to do like the water changes a little bit. You don't have to do it as much. It really depends on what we're doing, though. But anyways, I would take care of the ones in the house. You can go take care of the ones out there. That's super easy,
That's a deal.
They will all be my pets instead of dogs that I can't have really because I'm allergic to them.
Property. I'm getting a bigger dog. The bigger the dog until they come tiger size. And then I'm like, all right, we get the tiger now.
Yeah. The only problem is I'm getting a cat that is that big, and you ain't got nothing to say about it.
A tiger I don't want to hear is a cat.
Oh, I didn't know you said tiger. Sorry.
She doesn't listen.
No. Silver Creek said, awesome. That makes me feel better. I have Neos out in my shed with no heater and was wondering.
As long as they don't fully turn into ice cubes, they should be fine. There's a couple videos out there where there's shrimp crawling underneath the ice.
Silver said, definitely stole some little punks candy. Oh.
There's definitely some larger kids out there today that are running around. It looked like they were not trick-or-treating. They were just looking for some other little kid that was smaller than them that they could take their candy.
Like me? Yes. My nephew was a little too fast.
I just kept asking the kids, let me see what they got.
Oh, yeah. I got a good picture of Grant. Their kids were complaining that they got in too much candy. So Grant was like, let me help you out with that. And he's got the bag and going through it already while we're out.
Oh, your thing's kind of full. Here, come here. I can help you out with that.
Welcome in, Ruben from Shrimp Pimpin'.
We were just talking about your vampire shrimp.
Jamie said, what Shelby needs is Noah's Ark with a chef's kitchen. You're right. That is exactly what I need. I like almost every animal there is in existence, so it's really hard to say no. I joke all the time because a lot of people are like, in almost every channel that's ever done like a tour of our house or a video, everyone always comments like, oh, he must be single. Oh, he doesn't have a girlfriend. And then like some of them will be like corrected or edited and be like, oh, found them. They're at the end with the children too. It's hilarious. And I just laugh all the time because like when we go to club meetings, they'll be like, oh man, you have the most understanding wife there is. And I go, what makes you think that it wasn't my plan to begin with? And I just, reverse psychology him into having more tanks. So I'm like, yeah, honey, it's all your idea.
She had 1 tank when I met her. Now she's
2.
got over 3.
I had 3 tanks when I met you, by the
No,
way.
I-
3 tanks. And then I killed my Oscar as soon as I met you.
having 1 tank, and then
I
got
have a
the other
picture.
got the
I
other
have a
tanks to
picture.
get- I got them
3
when your
tanks
mom was,
when I met you.
Your mom got them.
No,
Yeah,
I killed my Oscar like the time we started dating.
and then you got 2 more tanks.
I don't even. Yeah, no, I had them already. I have a picture before I even hung out with you.
But we
How
Definitely.
often are you water changing now?
now
Never. I'm just
is
kidding.
very bad because we did so much traveling.
The shrimp are doing great though, and they have tons of babies. And my theory is a little bit more correct,
No, because not all of the tanks
Not
are
all of
doing
them.
but
but a lot of them are doing.
All right,
good.
some
Don't
of
touch
them-
Jaden's room.
Not Jaden's room's the room that needs it the most, I can argue. But yeah, they should be getting done every 2 weeks. That is the goal. And when we get to 500 tanks, we should still be able to do everything around that. We need to get a standing tank put in once we get Jaden's room done, and we'll be able to fly around.
Silver Creek said, it sounds like y'all looking for 11 plus acres. That's a good amount. Yeah,
About 20 or 30.
20 or 30. You
20
can't-
is probably the perfect number.
I know he wants cows. That's the one thing I don't really
Oh.
care for at all.
Well, there's
Just
a lot of
because
benefits
I don't want to kill them. I
cows,
don't want to
okay?
kill them. That's the benefit.
You don't
Rob
have to
said,
kill 'em
Dad
yourself.
tax looks a heavy toll tonight. Great.
There really wasn't any
It
good
was
things
bad.
to take. 90% of Layla's candy is still up there. Where
Glass
previous
box
years,
swimmers.
it was a
I've
lot
had
higher.
my Neos outside in the low 30s at night, and they were okay.
Yeah, it dropped down to 27 degrees where we live last year, and
have
I
a
went
video
out
on
and
it.
checked the pond. The pond was like right at 37. So, and that wasn't like while it was 27 degrees outside. This was in the morning once it was like 11 o'clock, and I felt like I had what it took to make it outside and back inside without dying of frostbite.
Zen says, I'm sure I'm not the only one whose parents had to inspect the candy and take out all the sketchy, delicious, potentially poisonous ones.
Yeah, I mean, the schools don't teach any taxes, so the parents have to do it with the holidays.
You know what's really funny? I'm just thinking about it. Growing up, neither one of my parents were like big candy people, and I wasn't big on candy. Like I'd eat like pixie sticks and stuff like that once in a blue moon, and some candy, but not much. I would literally have a bag of candy left over from Halloween previous years and then go trick-or-treating for a whole nother bag. I kid you not. I had a drawer that I always had a bag of Halloween candy in. That's how much my family doesn't eat candy, and then I'm not used to him. All he does is eat candy. I was
You got a
spoiled.
problem. Half of my day is battling diabetes, and I don't have diabetes. It's just me fighting the diabetes onset. It's coming.
Grant
Yeah.
had 0 tanks when we met. He had them growing up, don't get me wrong. But when I met him, he had 0 tanks. So who started it? Who started it?
Pond, though.
He seems to
I
forget.
had a koi pond though.
When
I had
did
a-
you have a koi pond?
We had a koi pond
You had
in
a
the backyard.
pond that your parents never set out.
It had koi in it. I had a koi pond.
You did
I
have
had
a koi
2
pond.
parrots, a blue macaw,
You had parrots.
and a redhead macaw. How many dogs do we
You
have?
didn't
3
have
dogs.
2 parrots. Oh, the little
Yeah, we had
parrots.
Charlie and Maya.
Okay.
I had 3 dogs.
3 dogs.
And then
It was actually 2, and then Grant snuck a 3rd one in
Yeah.
right when I met him. Not too long, but
But-
yeah.
we've had 4 dogs at one time in the house. We had an iguana growing up. I had a noli. I had turtles. I had rabbit. I
I just
had
fed into
hamsters.
the
I had
problem. Is
many
what I
fish
did.
tanks though before
I
her.
started the
so
problem, is what it is.
I had neon tetras, dwarf claw frogs. I
Yeah.
had
I
spotted
had more when
puffer,
we
the
started.
moray eel. You had them when you started.
Well,
yes.
here's the thing.
But
I lived in the middle of nowhere with no friends, and all I did was play video games every day. And I needed something that gave me purpose besides video games. So when I went to the pet store with my parents one time, I saw a fish and I fell in love with the gold gourami, and I was like, I gotta have this. So they took it and got me my tank, and we brought it home, and then I wanted another one because my gold gourami was too big, and I had bought an angelfish, an Oscar, all for a 30-gallon tank. So I had to buy another one to put them in, and then I wanted another one because my dresser was big enough for a third one. And my mom was like, okay, well, you're taking good care of them, because I woke up every morning. I sound crazy when I tell people about this. Woke up every morning around 4 a.m. I would work out for about an hour and a half of yoga, and then I would feed my fish and take care of them, and then go to my bus stop at 6 a.m. Like, that's my routine every single morning during the week, and never missed a day. Never. My mom thought I was crazy too.
I quickly got a bunch of tanks though when I realized that it was all right, and a girl would actually come to my house more if I had more tanks. So.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. Like when we got to go to the store and pick out the tank together, not the tank, like the decorations and the fish that was going in it. And yeah, we had some cool fish for a while. And my favorite was we got this blood parrot at a pet store. They were selling it for $5. The thing was this big. And it was because it's like on its last leg. And I was like, can I have that? And he's like, sure, we'll see how long it lives. It's only $5. It lived for a lot longer than I thought. But then it became the best tomato plant in the world. I mean, this thing shot up to like 8 feet.
That was a Jack Dempsey. Yeah. The Jack Dempsey was the tomato plant.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
You can argue till you're blue in the face. You're
Take
wrong.
it to the grave.
He did too many drugs. Sorry. See, shrimp cows are so nasty. Yeah. See, cows, yeah, definitely more. You could go with Dexter cows, little cheaper, leaner meat, produce a gallon daily, about quarter of the size, good meat. I've never even heard of Dexter cows.
Probably going to go with Angus, though.
Yeah, the price of meat. I would go with Angus. It's my favorite meat. See, get a horse. That's too much work, too.
Yeah, no.
Horses are way too much work.
We had horse. Oh, I worked for a farm, and they were basically my horses. Took care of them for like 3 or 4 years. They were older horses, though. And yeah, no, I don't need horses. I also, when I was a younger kid, like Jaden's age, one of my mom's best friends, they had horses, and I went every weekend for a while. So I got my fair share of horses.
Ellison said, order, please. Can't wait for the new shrimp. Thank you so much. Awesome.
And then I got to check and make sure.
Silver Creek said horses are for rich cowboys. They're expensive, but cows getting up there too nowadays. Yep. Nano said, yep. Shelby brainwashing him very successfully. No, he's just crazy.
Doing the math here.
Yeah.
It seems like she's messed me up. All right. I was on my way to birds, and no.
Birds are terrible.
I didn't want them.
They're nasty.
So I had a bird that would sit
birds?
there and go, Grant! And just like my parents. Exactly like my parents. And so I would come out and be like, hey, what do you guys need? And my parents would be like, it wasn't us, it was Maya. And Maya would just be there going, ha, 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 ha. And then I would have kept her
every morning.
But we tried so hard to teach her how to sing Locked Up, They Won't Let Me Out. And I so totally would have kept her if she could have just learned her lines. But nope.
I don't believe birds are inside pets, honestly.
They're not.
If I was to have a bird, it would need an aviary. And at the time that we had the bird, we did not have the money to keep it inside with a toddler running around and there being bird poop and bird food everywhere around the cage. Those things are messy. They're not for indoors. And I love them. They're beautiful as a great pet, but not something for indoors. I would want a huge greenhouse and do it right, you know?
And it would be toucans.
Yeah. And cryptid parrots, dogs, iguanas. The question was about fish tanks.
There was 0 fish, but I had tons of fish growing up.
Yeah.
And I had a pond. She just doesn't remember.
It wasn't here when I was here. That's for sure.
It was.
It was gone. We had
Listen,
to put a bunny out there with.
This is how I know for a fact that I had a pond, because it was one of the only things me and Gerke did as like hanging out together in my backyard was mess with a koi pond. And then when my dad moved out, me and Gerke had full range on what we wanted to do with the koi pond. Not only that, but I remember when I ate way too many mushrooms one time and threw up, and the koi fish were eating it. So yeah.
We did a koi pond.
That was before you.
No.
Yeah.
You're not making
Matt Thompson can vouch. There was a koi pond before there was a Shelby.
The good God, there's me right now. I live in the middle of nowhere, and besides the kids, my fish are my company. Yes. Yep. It is not. I love my solitary out in the woods, but when you're a middle schooler and you just moved up there in the middle of nowhere, sucks.
But there was definitely a koi pond. You're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I think you had a little pond in the front of your house too, though.
Yes, I did, and my blind dog would almost drown in it all the time, so we stopped letting her outside by herself.
But there wasn't anything in it, though.
There was koi and goldfish. The goldfish are the only thing that survived out there during the winter, so I don't know why. But the koi fish did not do very well. I think it was because we refilled the pond one time without like primer or something.
You guys run well out there, though. It should have been fine.
Has copper.
Oh.
Copper pipes.
We have copper pipes, too. I didn't realize that.
Yep, old house.
You're losing energy.
Mm-hmm. It's getting close to the end. No. It's not. Richard said there are a lot of Dexter cattle in Florida. It's probably what we see all the time. Eduardo, hey Grant Shelby, question for you. Can you share when Aquashella Orlando will be dates? Absolutely not.
I really wish we could. However, they haven't said anything yet. You know, maybe that's what Mike was calling me about today. We were trick-or-treating. Mike, I'm sorry I wasn't able to get to your call. I will call you back tomorrow. But they haven't released what is going to be the next Aquashella event even. I know with Dallas being in the middle of the summer last year, it was not a desired location for that time. So I think there's going to be a different rotation than there was this year. And I don't think Florida is going to be the next show. But I could be wrong. It could be Florida back in February again. I don't know.
They're fading, yes. I'm tired already.
I told you. I called it out. You are. I'm ready. As
time to break out the hard stuff. Jolly Ranchers. I do love Jolly Ranchers. Those are like my
I ate the only soft Jolly Rancher. I don't want to chew any hard stuff.
Yep. Aviaries are the way to go. Birds are a lot of cleanup. Yeah, I can't. The smell alone. And then Nate said, bet the koi tripped. And we caught up in chat. That just never happens. It's Halloween night. I think a lot of people are tired. Oh, did you show that the kids got colored pencils?
I did. It wasn't something I'm happy about.
I'm happy. I love colored pencils.
Yeah, Layla was happy. She went on about it. She asked for Jaden, and Jaden's like, "No." You
gotta realize this is $1. Like, how many did this guy buy? Like, that's more expensive than buying the candy. That's like 50 bags.
He was probably a dentist. I guess we got a question there.
Spaghetti Nona said, "Hey, do they still make Laffy Taffy? Haven't seen it in LA for a long time. Iowa? Iowa. Yep, they still make it. Got plenty of it. Yep. Still gross. I'm just kidding. It's good.
It's like one of the last candies I'll eat out of the kids' bags. The kids don't really like it too much either. They'll eat one or two of them, but kind of like leaves a bad aftertaste in your mouth, if you ask me.
Eduardo says, I'm up late because I am not going into work tomorrow. It's Wednesday for the students.
Well, it's Tuesday for us. Shelby's got to go to work.
Yeah.
It means I'm all by myself doing all the orders.
Oh.
I'll try to get out as many as we possibly can. Did we see Garcia in chat at all today?
Not today. He's probably.
Oh, man. Well, we got Garcia's box out today. We got not that many boxes out because we stayed on top of it Saturday. Shelby has now stepped down from her job officially, where she no longer works 5 days a week. She only works 4 days a week. So I had her all to myself on Saturday. I put her straight to work. Matt would be so proud of me. As soon as she woke up in the morning, I was like, all right, don't worry. I'll feed you.
You're annoying.
But we got to get these orders out. So, but we also went to the park. They have a train ride with like a spooky, scary, haunted trail thing that the train goes through. It really wasn't that scary for the kids, but when I tell Layla like that people were like getting ripped off the train behind us and people were ended up missing, she was kind of getting scared through the end of it. But today she's like, oh, I want to go back. She'd be up for it. We were like talking to the kids like, oh, da-da-da. They're like, this isn't going to be scary. And like, oh, so you're ready for Halloween Horror Nights? And they're like, oh, yeah. Like people running around with chainsaws and trying to scare you, jumping out all sorts of places, really scary costumes. And I'm like, oh, yeah, let's go there. And then after the end of the trail, Jaden was the only one like still hyped for it.
And Scotty the Fish Shelby, name all the Killies you have scientific names only, and what ones are giving you eggs or fries. No one's giving me anything because I haven't done any water changes. I have barely been home, or if I have been home, I'm working on the stand to make the Killies have a new home. So Grant can stop complaining that he doesn't have any more shrimp tanks. But next week I will have the names and see if anything's going on. I know that my Nothiobranchus Zanzibars are showing signs but aren't doing anything because I haven't done any water changes or fed them any live food. So they're just surviving. That's all I'm doing right now. So
next week's stream, I'm going to go over grading shrimp, and Shelby's going to go over all the strains of Achilles fish she has, especially just for Scotty.
Shelby, the blue dreams are all over the tank. Ooh, nice. I love when that happens. They are so cool. Shrimp Pepper said, hey, Grant, did you get a hold of Rob?
All right. So, no, I have not gotten a hold of Rob yet. Everything, though, is all neat and nice and ready to go. So as soon as he's ready, I can say, hey, man, this is what you need to do. And he will be able to take care of it. He has called me. And I was busy painting. I didn't know who was calling. I wasn't flipping my phone over to figure it out because I had oil on my hands. I called him back. He was busy. So we're in the middle of playing phone tag right now. I am sorry for the wait. I will get to it as soon as the two of us have a time to talk.
Getting noticed that I prefer Now and Laters and Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah, I took the only Now and Later, and it was from her sister. She didn't want it anyways.
Really? Wow. And Silver Creek said, oh my God, chainsaws, guys. Seriously, we had in Fort Worth a guy get reported for chasing someone around with a chainsaw like 2 hours ago.
So it's something that they do. I like most of the haunted trails and stuff around here. I don't know if it's because our theme parks do it, so everybody else kind of copies them, but even our smaller state park, their haunted trail has people running around the whole park that have the chainsaws, but the chain's off of it, so they can't actually cut anybody up. But It makes a loud noise. Most of the kids don't know the chain isn't on there, so.
Jamie says, so technically Shelby still works 6 days a week, just the location has changed. Try
Technically,
7.
Shelby still works 7 days.
7 days a week. It's just different location. Yeah, so 4 days a week at my other job, 3 days a week here now instead of just 2. So hopefully we can get some of those videos cranking out for you. Please send help. I'm dying. Thank you. Matt says, gotta keep her busy. Yeah. He's like, gotta keep her busy so she doesn't think about leaving.
So she doesn't think about spending money.
Scotty said put some peat in there, but they'll still drop eggs. And I'm asking because I want to buy. So I do have peat in there already. For some reason, the females are really tiny. And I think it's because I'm not feeding enough live foods. And once I start ramping up and feed live foods like every other day and switch and rotate, I think they'll do much better. The male keeps going in there, then the female's just like, the female was in there the first day and then hasn't gone back in. So that's the issue. The only ones that I would have available for actually purchasing would be the blue lyre-tail, the
Australians?
Yeah, no, they're not. I can't remember right now. It's too late. This is terrible.
I ate all the good candy. This is terrible.
Cripsies. Shelby, when you make the list next week of Millie's, can you send it to me in text for my notes in the stream? I don't want to attempt to say those Latin names, let alone spell them. I will try.
You meant Killies, though, not Millie's.
Yeah, I figured. I just thought it was his way of saying Killies fish. Yep. So peat works when it gets wet. It stays wet and nasty.
I found a noun
later. Easy rake up and dispose of the food. No. So I do have the peat at the bottom of the tanks. When I do the new rack, that's actually what I'm going to do is just peat at the bottom for those. It'll be much easier just to scoop the adult out and leave the eggs and drain it. So be
Banana's
easier for me.
The worst flavor.
Banana's like the best flavor.
My taste buds have evolved.
So Big Sherman, more like Shelby's working 4 days a week at work and 7 days a week at home. So basically 11 days a week. You're right. You're right. We had it wrong. I do come home every single day and I help the kids, and we got to do some sort of task every single night. There's not like a getting away. Some nights I get some movie night, or he just can't help it when I get a migraine and pass out. Like that's just some of those nights. That's my night off, you know. Silver said, I used to live pulling doubles and even triples every now and again. The work makes me feel alive. Yeah, the work put me in the hospital with a really bad migraine and slurring words when I was working several jobs. When I worked like 7 a.m. till 12 p.m. It was my fault though. I stayed like some overnights to cover shifts. I was like, yeah, let me make an extra $70. It was not worth it.
Before she worked for me though.
Yeah, this was back when the business was just starting up. It was not smart. I was like, yeah, this would be great. No, even the nurse was like, you need to relax. Yep, work never stops. Wish you guys live closer, Grant. My party is going to bet it.
Mm-hmm.
Bet what? Am I lost? I'm lost.
Going to be lit. You're so old, you're out of it.
No, it says bet lit.
I know it's mistyped. All right.
What party?
Listen. His birthday party. He sent me an invitation. I just lived too far.
Where's mine?
You were my +1.
What about the children?
They were not allowed.
So Jamie said, sorry, kids, all the candy were dangerous and I had to dispose of them.
Listen, I barely ate any of the good candy. I see some Sour Patch I'm probably going to grab, but we have a bag of Sour Patch too. So
Gary said, oh, this is terrible. I've been running at work all night and didn't catch much tonight. I'll have to watch the replay. Oh, no.
Well, Gary, I will be messaging you tomorrow. I saw your message, and I believe like I was already painting or about to paint. I can't remember exactly what I was in the middle of doing, but I was like, I need to message that later, and I haven't gotten around to it. So I'm making that a priority tomorrow.
Silver Key said, yep, you can only work that long for so many days at a time. I'm super high-strung person, so I'm always moving till I fall asleep. Well, you would get along with Grant. I am one to want to sleep, and this one drags me out of bed. Like, I'm not even allowed. I'm surprised we even have a bed anymore, honestly.
I woke up early this morning. I was like, I got to get all of the prices changed on the website because Shelby's like, we're going bike riding in the morning. So I was like, all right, let's do it. And then she never got up. She slept in.
No.
And once she figured out that we could get out 22 boxes from noon to 3 o'clock, she's like, oh, yeah, I can sleep in until noon every single day. So I was like, oh, no, we're done for.
It was 10 o'clock. He's being really dramatic. And I'm sorry, we stayed up till midnight. And I knew we'd be up for the live stream. So, it's just terrible. Nate said, I will definitely be ordering some more Tangerine Tiger this week for sure to better my odds of upping my female numbers. Smart, for sure. Silver, what's a bed? I'll take the comfy chair in the fish shed. I wish. My back is already hurting right now. I can't. No. I don't even like my bed either. It's not comfy enough. It does hurt. I do regret sleeping in most days because you know how you're getting to that age where your shoulder hurts too much when you lay down, or you laid on it the wrong way and all day it hurts. Ugh, that age, What are you doing?
Huh?
You signing off? See you later. Bye.
No.
I'm just kidding. Oh, man.
I figure I'll start it and I'll end it for those that didn't get to see us in the beginning. I'm all right. I at least can do the last 14 minutes of the stream with it. So Crypt Keeper says, check your messages. I'm totally thrown off right now by
my phone's
the
all
inverted
the way in the room.
thing going on right now. Your phone's in the room?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Yes. It hurts so bad. My back is killing me. This couch, it's nice, but to look at, not comfy. We actually sat down, and this was the most comfortable couch at IKEA. It's not that comfy when you sit here for 2 hours. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, man.
Victoria said, I literally can't lay in one position too long or even sleep too long. I hate getting older, and this is just, I know that's what I was saying. But you know what I have noticed? I will save a lot of people a lot of time. Stretching is the only thing that ever helps me with my pain, ever. And I mean, it has to be a regimen of every single day, at least 30 minutes of stretching. I was doing that for quite some time. This is the first time I've seen my chocolate gouramis in a week now. I'm so happy. They were hard to find in the 55. But for a whole year, I was stretching every single day, and it helped tremendously. So
I wish we had done the monkey and the zookeeper, though, because there's nothing I can do fun with the sloth.
I know.
I did it already. I climbed on the couch. That was it. We had nothing. I'm going to just grab this and
when did this happen?
Shelby didn't see that. We're good, guys.
What?
We're good.
Thank you so much, Eduardo. Gifted 5 memberships and didn't see it. Welcome, Craig, Brookley, Benjamin, James, and Renee House.
Welcome to the squad, everybody. Y'all are now part of the Shrimp Nation. Shelby came up with that the other day. I totally forgot we were going to start it off. So welcome, everybody. Now you got to edit that to be like Shrimp Nation at the end. We gotta. I don't know if somebody else has that. I'll feel real bad if somebody else already does it. Hopefully somebody in stream, 40 of you, watch other people's shrimp channels. So if somebody else already does that.
Sluice.
I 6 years ago I had done Shrimp Mission. And then I was going to do that. And then the team next to us in Dallas, their team name was Shrimp Missions. And I'm like, who is this? But yeah.
This is funny. It is true, Jamie. You're right. You know what's so funny is like when you like be in a weird position, you're like, oh, why is my back hurt so bad? You're like, I don't know. I've been bending over for 6 hours painting. The painting is the worst. They don't make seahorses for people that are almost 6 feet tall. So I don't know why, but they definitely need to make them taller because we've bending over and our backs are killing us. And Rob said, just wait until you're 50. I don't want to.
She's
Ruben
almost
says,
halfway there.
how are you not hot in that? It is not. It's actually pretty thin.
It's hot.
So
I had to take it off within the first 9 minutes.
It's not that.
The house is cooling
It's
down
nice.
a little bit, but
The fan is on, so I'm okay.
it's
Like
hot.
I'm always cold in our house anyways. It's not that bad, but it's not like pleasurable.
It's
It was
hot.
10 minutes of trick-or-treating, and that was like pushing it, and I was sweating.
I wish this wasn't so like out. I wish it was like tucked, but then it doesn't. They don't
And
do
then you
good.
look at the face. You got to do it this way.
I know.
That's what it's supposed to be for.
Yeah. Just doesn't go.
Spaghetti Nona said, my kids would hoard candy till it was stale. So after a couple of weeks, I'd give them 3 hours to eat as much as they wanted, and the rest went in the trash. My parents never found my candy, I guess, because like they just didn't ever come get it. And I mean, like Tootsie Rolls will last a year. I'm telling you, that would be like the only candy that I would ever eat, like way later. But most of the time, I ended up throwing it away. Like, never found it. Victoria said, oh my God, stop. I know you're right about stretching, but I'm procrastinating. And Brian's on me about stretching like white on rice. Yes, it is the worst.
I've got a stretch that when my lower back hurts that I do, and it takes care of it. Doesn't work for Shelby though.
No, it does not. My hips are out. Like my hips are not in line anymore since pregnancy. So something's wrong with it. Said it's just so painful to stretch. It was god awful the first week, but I spent most of my life every single day stretching, whether it was baseball, softball, swimming, soccer, always stretching. And then as I am not stretching anymore, everything is just tensed up and it is awful. Welcome. And Michael said, I expected shrimp costumes. Unfortunately, too many people do shrimp. We did something else we love. If we can have a sloth one day, we will. Grant, sloths poop through their skin. So you should have got little Tootsie Rolls and just
I don't
dropped
think
them
that's
out.
true.
I don't know. No idea. I think you missed a small chunk of messages where that was. Or what was. Did I miss something again?
Probably. Skip over a bunch of stuff all the time.
No, I
Yeah.
do not. Silver Creek says stretching is more important than anything other than breathing. I'm 36 and can kick a 7.5 foot tall guy in the face. Not that I would, but I could. 6 foot, and I definitely second that motion. Yes, I don't understand why they're so short. It does get better. It says I'll commit in a week and see how I feel in 2. Thank you. It really does. It took a lot longer than that. I'm so sorry. Like I'm trying not to be a downer, but it took like a couple months for things to start feeling better and I could stretch better and it wouldn't hurt as much. Not saying that it goes away, but it definitely hurts. Scotty said, my previous message was in reference to the gifted memberships. You'll probably read that in a few re-goes. No, we missed it all together.
We missed it all together. So if you got something to say and we missed it, bring it up now. Because Shelby is all caught up on chat. So I don't know what happened.
Oh, realize they moved shorts to their own tab. I don't like changing YouTube. Stop pushing buttons unless you're going to fix top chat. Oh, that's funny. What happens when you cross a pig with a sloth? I don't know. Oh, you end up with a slow pork. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. We still got 6 minutes. We gotta tough it out for 6 more minutes.
Tough it out. I'm just talking about how I feel so crummy with all the sugar I've been eating lately that it's probably going to be like my last night, and I'm going to try not to eat any more candy the next few days.
He's going to eat candy first thing in the morning.
So the next 5 days, I'm going to have to eat as much candy as I possibly can to get it out of the house. And then hope Shelby doesn't buy like peppermint bark. It is pumpkin pie season. I could start eating a slice of pumpkin pie every day for breakfast with a big scoop of vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, there's no way he's quitting sweets. It's like tis the season, you know. Any Thanksgiving and
I like to hibernate a little bit.
Christmas, he wants like 17 pavlovas. I can never make him enough. It's ridiculous at this point.
Pavlova season is among us, huh? About that.
What do you call an early modern sloth? A slow-mo sapien.
And then, Jamie, I can also eat all of the Reese's because neither one of my kids likes Reese's.
They don't like peanut butter.
So there's a ton of Reese's. So I can eat all the Reese's I want. I can eat all the sour candy I want. It's really, they don't like that much things. So I'm doing them a favor over here.
Victoria said, what happens when you cross a sloth with a porcupine? You get a slowpoke. And Spaghetti Nona says, sorry, sloths excrete waste through their skin.
I'm gonna have to look that one up. I feel like that's something they would have told us at the sanctuary when we went and saw the sloths.
Myrtle asked Scotty if he knew what a pavlova was. Nate said, I'm with you on the pumpkin pie, Grant.
I usually get to the point where I eat so much pumpkin pie during the season I don't want any more until next year. So it's usually a good mix.
Have a good night, Ruben. He's about to roll up later, guys.
We've got 3.
Scotty said no, he doesn't know what a pavlova is. It's delicious. Definitely something everyone goes, what is that? When I bring it to anywhere besides his parents' house, they know it's gone. It's gone. Like one of his cousins, will be lingering around and be like, "You gonna finish that?" It's hilarious. And then we bring it to the club, and no one knows what it is, and they're like, they gotta try it, and they're like, "Oh, love it." So
our Tampa Bay Fish Club usually has their fish meeting right around my birthday, and so instead of me getting a pavlova for my birthday, I just have Shelby make 2 of them for the fish club meeting. And then there's a couple of the old timers that shouldn't even be eating this because they have diabetes, but they end up having like 2 or 3 pieces because it is that good.
Victoria said, what was the sloth doing on the road? Holding up traffic. I told Grant today when I was crossing the road to go trick-or-treating, I was like, should I just lay in the road and just slowly crawl across? Jamie said, seen a video where his 2-toed sloth pinched a zoo worker's finger for an hour before it let go. Ooh, that sounds terrible. Have a good night, Rob of Shrimp Envy. Thank you for joining us tonight. Happy Halloween. Myrtle said, I watched a gif of a sloth for 5 minutes until I realized it was an image. Something I would do. My favorite video is someone giving back a baby sloth to its mom sloth, and it is so cute. Last box said, laugh out loud. Grant, I thought you were going in for a hug. I started saying, oh, but you were just reaching for candy.
Yeah, there's no good candy left over here. I thought it was a noun later, but it was just a starburst.
That's exactly how it is. If there's candy or fish around, I don't get love. I'm just kidding.
So we got 1 minute left. I think that is going to be all for tonight's stream. I hope everybody had a very safe and fun Halloween. Thank you to all the moderators and all of the rewatchers. You guys, much appreciated. You made it this far. We are having our Black Friday sales. They are currently live. We do this every year early so that way we beat the holiday traffic, because with Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales, the average shipping day tends to get bumped back a day or two. So to kind of get ahead of that, and it is the best thing for the animals. It's also perfect prime time shipping environment weather for the shrimp during this time of the year. So we like to ship out as much shrimp as we possibly can. Not only that, we don't want to catch any shrimp during like January and February when it's too cold to go outside. So whatever we can sell this month, we want to get rid of it early. So everything is on the site and marked down 20 to 50% off. These are our best deals of the entire year. The sales don't get any better than that. You got anything to say? Was there anything left?
No, I think you got it.
All right.
Thank you everyone for watching. We enjoy everyone's support.